These fights are so good, their intensity is through the roof. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 movie fights on Rooftops. For this list, we've included fights and action sequences that happened on rooftops. As opposed to simply verbal arguments or confrontations in movies that just happen to be on top of buildings, houses, or other structures. There may be some spoilers ahead, so spoiler alert. Number 10. Spider-Man vs. the Lizard, The Amazing Spider-Man.
No mother, no father, no uncle, all alone.
In this reboot of the classic superhero series, Spidey is seen clashing with Dr. Connors as the Lizard in the movie's climactic scene. The two go to war on each other on several occasions throughout the film, but never quite like this. After the Lizard tries to make everyone become lizard-like, they battle on the roof of Oscorp Tower, ending with Spidey unleashing an antidote that makes Dr. Connor's plan backfire on him.
Quick impression for you. Caw, bang, I'm dead!
Number 9. Eric Draven vs. Top Dollar, The Crow.
Let her go!
You can have me. I won't fight you.
All right. No!
During the final fight scene of this film, these two get into a sword fight on top of a church while rain absolutely pours down on them. Top Dollar has the advantage at first, as he stabs Eric with his sword, but things take an interesting twist.
I'm sorry if I spoiled your wedding plans here, friend.
Once the gang boss admits to being responsible for the death of Eric's fiancée, Eric uses his telepathic powers to get his ultimate revenge.
I have something to give you. I don't want it anymore. 30 hours of pain. All at once. All for you.
Number 8. Iron Man vs. Monger, Iron Man.
I never had a taste for this sort of thing, but I must admit, I'm deeply enjoying the suit.
While this film has eye-popping action and special effects all over the place, this fight between Tony Stark and Obadiah Stane is arguably one of its high points. These two go at it for several minutes, including fighting each other with cars with families inside them, but things start to look bleak for Iron Man as he doesn't have his new reactor yet.
This isn't working. We're gonna have to overload the reactor and blast the roof.
However, once they get on top of the Stark Industries building, it's a completely different story. Number 7. Jack Slater vs. the Ripper, Last Action Hero.
It's now between you and me. So let the boy go.
And we've played this number before, haven't we, Jack?
Although this particular rooftop battle is definitely meant more as satire than anything else, it's still pretty entertaining. Arnold Schwarzenegger plays a fictional action hero in a series of Jack Slater action movies from within the film's universe. On a rooftop, Jack encounters the Ripper, a villain who killed Slater's son.
Hey, Jack. What kept you?
The scene starts to take on eerie similarities with the Slater films, once the Ripper throws Danny Madigan off the roof.
I'm getting bored. Why don't we just skip to the end?
Fortunately, the Ripper gets exactly what's coming to him courtesy of the last action hero. Number 6. Obi-Wan Kenobi vs. JangpiFett, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Okay, so it's technically a high-up landing platform, but when these two meet on the planet of Kamino, Obi-Wan takes the opportunity to confront Jango before he can bail. This face-off has everything, from a laser gun to a lightsaber to a missile launcher and even a jetpack. Of course, it ends up in old-fashioned fisticuffs in the pouring rain. The intense fight between the Jedi Knight and the bounty hunter even leads to the duo falling off the side and being suspended in mid-air. Number 5. Jackie Chan vs. Hitmen, Who Am I?
How long? 30 seconds.
In this classic Hong Kong action flick, we see Jackie get involved in an all-out martial arts battle in the movie's climactic scene. As his character is confronted by two hitmen over a disc with information about a compound being sold to an arms dealer, one of them gives Jackie a virtual staring contest before they go to war on each other. The result? A rooftop battle that's one of Chan's all-time greatest fight scenes. Number 4. The Turtles vs. Shredder, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Now you face the Shredder.
The Shredder?
Going all the way back to the first ever movie in this franchise, we see Shredder kidnapping Splinter, which brings us to a battle between him and the 4 turtles on a New York rooftop.
This guy's good.
Following an individual and combined confrontation against the turtles, the armored Shredder proves unbeatable, and the villain even begins to gloat while he prepares to kill Leonardo.
Fools! The 3 of you might have overpowered me with the loss of but one.
Fortunately for the turtles, their freed sensei arrives just in time to flip Shredder's hatred and rage towards him. Number 3. Batman and Catwoman vs. Thugs, The Dark Knight Rises.
I'm not bluffing!
They know. They just don't care.
As opposed to when Batman and Catwoman fought against each other 20 years earlier in Batman Returns, The Dark Knight Rises sees the two team up in a rooftop battle this time around.
You gotta be kidding me.
No guns, no killing.
Where's the fun in that?
When Christian Bale's Batman and Anne Hathaway's Catwoman find each other high up in the Gotham skyline, they join forces to fight off a group of Bane's thugs.
Another warned me about getting into cars with strange men.
After they're done, you could say things get a little bit flirtatious.
I doubt many people get the better of you.
Hey, when a girl's desperate.
That is until Catwoman disappears into thin air.
Miss Kyle. So that's what that feels like.
Number 2, Kong vs. Navy planes, King Kong. This remake of the classic 30s movie takes a scene from the original film and updates it to be even more intense and full of high production value. As Ann Darrow waits on top of the Empire State Building, Khan fights off a horde of Navy planes. Unfortunately, Kong gets gunned down off the top of the building, but the special effects make this as memorable as rooftop fights come.
What does it matter? Airplanes got him.
It wasn't the airplanes. It was Beauty killed the beast.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You better get it up. I'm gonna have to kill you. Unless you're alive. You can't play, and if you don't play...
Number 1, Neo and Trinity versus Agents, The Matrix.
Find them and destroy them.
Not only is this particular part of their daring rescue of leader Morpheus full of rapid action and intensity, it's just plain badass. There's plenty of gunfighting and shooting on the rooftop, but there's also a breathtaking bullet time scene, which reveals to all that Neo is, in fact, the one. Simply put, Neo and Trinity's victory against the Agents is another incredible example of how the Matrix's slow-motion action and unique special effects work no matter where the fights are located.
Dodge this.
Dodge this indeed. Do you agree with our list? Which movie rooftop fight is your favorite? With new top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.